Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about check bounce case. The last part of this video is going to be the most important for anyone who wants to be successful in a check bounce case. So guys, make sure that you stick till the end. If you are new to my channel, subscribe and press the bell icon so that you guys are notified whenever I upload a new video. So let's start. So what is a check? You see, basically a check is nothing but a promise of payment. Whenever a person writes a check and hands it over to another person, there is an underlying trust that when the drawee or the person who is accepting the check, he goes and deposits that check in the bank account, that he will receive the money from the bank. Okay, so that is the basics of what is a check. Now, what makes checks so popular? Well, today's UPI generation will be very interested to know that checks encourage traceability. Whenever a person writes a check to another person, there is a record in the bank of the drawer, there is the record in the bank of the drawee, and that paper trail is always present in check payment. So this kind of traceability encourages tax payment, and also it comes handy in a variety of other purposes. So you will never find any government taking drastic action against checks, like in the case of demonetization against cash payment. So governments are always in support of check payments. Checks are also popular because they are secure. You don't have to carry huge amounts of cash with you. So there is no chances of your cash being stolen. And checks are also very convenient because you don't have to find your coins or something. If you have to pay something like 561 rupees, if you don't have coins, you can just put in your figure and that's it. So these are some of the reasons why checks are very popular. Okay, so what is a check bounce? A check bounce is a situation where the person just takes the check and presents it before the bank, but the bank refuses to deliver him the funds because the person who has drawn the check, he does not have sufficient balance in his bank account. So this is basically what happens during a check bounce. What is the penalty in case of check bounce? The law that regulates check bounce in India is the Negotiable Instruments Act 1881. According to section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act, the person will be fined with an amount which is equal to twice the amount of the check, or he will be imprisoned with a term of 2 years, or with both. Suppose the person wrote a check of rupees 25 lakhs rupees. He may be fined with amount of 50 lakhs, twice of 25 lakhs, or 2 years imprisonment, or it might be that the judge orders both fine and imprisonment of 2 years. Okay, so that depends upon the discretion of the judge. The judge will look at the facts of the case and he will come into his own conclusion that what should be the penalty. Okay. Now, the last part of this video. 2 things most essential for anyone to become successful in a check bounce case. For the first one, look at section 138, subclause B. The payee or the holder in due course of the check, as the case may be, makes a demand for the payment of the said amount of money by giving a notice in writing to the drawer of the check within 30 days of the receipt of information by him from the bank regarding the return of the check as unpaid. What this means is, when the person got to know that the check has bounced, from then onwards, he will be given 30 days time by the law to send a legal notice to the person who wrote the check. He has to file a legal notice within 30 days demanding repayment of the money. This is absolutely essential. Without sending a legal notice, and that too within 30 days, no courts will take cognizance of the case. The Supreme Court, in the case of Kamlesh Kumar versus State of Bihar and another, year 2019, 7 SCC 214, has held that the requirement of sending a legal notice is a crucial component in proceedings under Section 138. And subclause C, same 138 subclause C. Okay, the drawer of such check fails to make the payment of the said amount of money to the payee, or as the case may be, to the holder in due course of the check within 15 days of the receipt of the said notice. This means that after you have sent the legal notice and the other person has received the legal notice. Okay, and from the day from which the other person has received the legal notice, that other person or the drawer of the check will be given 15 days time by the law to repay back the money. If he fails to repay the money within 15 days, then the person will be given 30 days time. The holder of the check or the drawee or the person who received the check, he will be given 30 days time to file a case of check bounce in the court. He cannot delay beyond that. Now you may ask, why after the period of 15 days for repayment of the money, only 30 days is given to the person who receives the check? You may ask, why only 30 days? Well, this is so because the Indian courts or the Indian judiciary is already overburdened with a lot of backlog cases. So if this period of 30 days is extended, then the courts will be flooded with even more check bounce cases. Okay, so it is 30 days is fixed as the deadline. Okay, now for the second point. Look at section 142 subclause B. Here it says, such complaint is made within 1 month of the date on which the cause of action arises under clause C of the proviso to section 138, provided that the cognizance of a complaint may be taken by the court after the prescribed period, if the complainant satisfies the court that he had sufficient cause for not making a complaint within such period. This means that the courts may still accept your check bounce case even if you delay beyond this period of 30 days. But for that, you will have to provide some solid reasons because of which you could not file your case within that said 30 days. You will have to convince the judge that you had some valid reasons for that delay. And still that would depend on the discretion of the judge. The judge will ultimately decide whether to accept your case or not. So, in order to be safe, it is always advised that whenever you got to know that the check has bounced, you file a legal notice within 30 days. Give the other person 15 days time to repay back your money. And after 15 days, if he does not repay back your money, you will have 30 days to file your case. If you do not file within 30 days, then you might damage your case. So, always stick to this deadline of 30 days. Do not delay beyond this. Otherwise, the judge may not accept your case. He may not accept your reason as valid. Okay? I have seen many people who delay filing of their case because they don't want to incur additional expenses of case filing and advocate fees and all. But in doing so, they damage their case and ultimately they are forced to forfeit or let go of their money. Okay? So guys, you don't make that mistake. Never miss this deadline of 30 days provided under section 138 subclause B and 142 subclause B. Okay? So guys, this was my analysis of check bounce case. If you like this video, press the like button and subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.